Welcome to the Roundtable episode 40. Can you guys believe it? We are at 40 episodes, and I am so honored that you guys are here with us. We got Debbie Murray, Jojo AZ, Spanx Contreras, Jojo LB, Diana, Ruben Sanchez, Leo M, 408 Sanjo, Diana, Ruben Sanchez, Artie Marin, and we have our beloved co-hosts in the background. Let's bring them in and get started. Before we get into it, I just want to make sure and tell you guys, this is the Roundtable, as most of you know, but if you're new to the channel, this is our once a week live panel podcast where we talk about, a variety of topics. We agree to disagree. We can talk about things and walk away from the table still loving each other, supporting each other. And, I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that. This is a little bit different from my interviews, which I'm going to start back doing regularly. So I wanted to make sure and put that out there. And if you guys are in the chat, please hit the thumbs up and share. It helps us out a lot. So let's bring in the co-hosts. Hang tight. Welcome. We got House of Tattoos.
Hello, Jen. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. A little cold, but I'm good.
Yeah, it is cold. It's cold.
Yeah.
And we have our sister. Let's bring in Denise Castillo. How are you? Good to see you.
Denise, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
What you
Good.
grubbing on?
Yeah, you have to have a little snack in my.
All right.
Got a little snack.
Send mine to the chat there, man. Spanx, everybody, Naylove, Leo, Artie Marin, Miss Chicano
Bless
too.
you guys. Mrs. Chicano too.
Jojo.
There is Jojo LB.
Yeah.
You guys, if that stuff in the background is bothering you, let me know and I will put it to a still picture. I was trying to mess around with that.
I don't want to have a seizure.
I know. I was just thinking that. Okay, let me see. Let me get
It's a little distracting. If I were honest, because it's hey, perfect. There you go.
Well, that's moving too, but it's not as bad, huh?
I mean, it's your channel, Jenna. I'm just saying.
Well, it's us right now. It's us. Yeah. So let me just put on something.
Not as bad.
Hello, amiga. Hello.
I know. It's great to see everyone. So let's get into it. How was your week this last week? Denise, let's start with you, sis.
Hello, Brenda Love.
My week is always something, but my week was waiting on my daughter to get home on Wednesday. And she made it. Thank you guys all for your prayers.
Yes.
Yeah, she's here.
Got home safely. That's right.
I just wanted to be back in California.
Yeah, you worry as a parent, that's normal, but hey, she's got it. Everything's good. Thank you, God, right?
Yeah, she's good, and she brought home some goodies, so I was enjoying that. And
yeah, I saw you got some goodies. That's always a bonus.
She brought some treats home.
We went to what's that store called? It's a big store out there. It's like 10 of our Walmarts.
Okay.
I gotta remember. Anyways, I'll come back.
Diana.
But yeah, she went to the store and brought home a bunch of goodies, and she got me a cowboy shirt. Really cute.
Nice. Yeah, that looks like kind of like a jersey, but a shirt too, like a combo, huh?
Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, it just ties in the middle and just looks like a jersey type shirt. Yeah. And she brought me a keychain and then a magnet.
Oh, so that's what you posted, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see. You got little gifts. That's right.
Yeah. Now we got a club. Not a what is it called? Not of this world. Not of this world. What is that?
Yeah, not of this world though. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cup, and then she brought home everybody something. Shirts. So she had a good. Overall, she said the main thing was like the people were kind of rude. She said different from here. In California, I go, those are Texas people. You got to understand, like Texas people, they're one of a kind.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it, but they have their own thing. They have their own agenda. I know some people, I have family that was from Texas, and it's just a whole different.
That was from El Paso. So I know how hardcore they are, with their state.
Yeah. So was she feeling like they were different towards her, knowing that she's from California, or she just felt it right away?
I think she just felt it right away because she's been like I said, she lived in Redding for 3 years, and
that's right.
That's still right here, but I'm talking like Texas. You know, then people are just different in Texas, and they got a lot of love. I'll never hate on people in Texas, but
Very,
the
very
Fort Worth was just different.
Mhm.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you on that. I agree.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. So she's home, you're happy, and all is good.
I'm relieved, man. I just wanted her.
What's
I
up,
wanted
Cultura?
her to get through the plane ride because that was 4 hours
Ooh,
just alone, you know. So she was able to sleep, but she said the turbulence was kind of like coming home is when we got all the rain here. So it was just
right.
different.
She was
Hey,
crying.
Jen, I'm sorry not to interrupt, but how long would it take you to fly from where you live down to over here on a plane? Is that like maybe an hour trip, 2 hours? What is
So
it?
the one time in my life that I flew, that happened to me. I had to do how do you call it? An overstay in LA somewhere. It took
Okay.
like an hour. It was like an hour.
Oh, an hour?
Flight.
That's not too bad. That's
Yeah.
not too bad. I mean, you're flying and all of a sudden you listen to a couple oldies and that's it, and you're home. You're
Right.
back.
That
Yeah,
part
no
was
problem.
fine. But it was when I got from there to Vegas and going
Mm.
over the mountains, it hit,
Yeah.
it had turbulence and
Yeah.
it traumatized me for life.
That turbulence
messed
was
me up.
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm getting over that this year. That's going to be
That's
a
right.
thing.
That's right,
Yeah,
man. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear.
absolutely. So you're all good then, Denise? You guys are safe down there? Like
We're good,
weather
man.
hasn't taken you out, right?
First thing she had to do was get like the time because there were 4 hours. Or yeah,
Two, right?
they're 4 hours ahead.
Four,
So
really?
she got home, she was off, you know, and it was just the jet lag. I think I told her
Jet lag,
rest,
yeah.
go rest,
Yeah.
and you'll be back. She had today off, so that was kind of a, you know, that was a
Okay.
Yeah.
So she can recoup a bit. Yeah.
good. Yeah, she rebooted today, and then tomorrow she goes back to work and
Okay.
gets all that done.
All
So,
right. That's what's up.
so
Okay.
yeah, that's what's going on with me.
Saludo Dubs. Wolf.
Yes. Saludos, you guys. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's see. What did you have going on this last week? Anything
With
exciting?
my grandkids, my daughter came over. I spent time with my grandkids, and I got to help my granddaughter. You know, it was cool.
Mhm.
Like I said,
The
she was
newborn?
light complected, but you know, she has curly hair. You know, and I told her in my dream,
You
I
dreamed
seen her
of
when she
that.
was 3 years old. You remember?
Yep.
And yeah, it was a beautiful thing, man. They came over, my grandkids.
Nice.
I got to see what's her name this weekend, Two Souls, for a little bit, you know?
Oh, I saw that. You got to meet her.
Yeah. So
I haven't
I
met her
invited
yet.
her to HP2, you know?
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to meet her. She seems like really
Hey man,
cool
she's cool.
people.
She's cool people, and she's really doing big things now, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shout
because
out
you've
to
seen her
her.
as she was starting off, and now
Yeah.
she's doing a lot of functions, being out proactive and doing a lot of stuff out there, man. I give it up to
That's
her,
nice.
man.
Yeah, shout out to her. That's nice. You guys check her out for sure and her channel. Hello.
Shout out to Two Souls, man.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'll plug her channel too in the description of this video once we
And
wrap it
other
up.
than that, man, just trying to stay dry, man. It's been raining constantly, you know.
I know, right? Man, that's what has been throwing me off is the rain. I love the rain, right? But this is like up here. I don't know. I mean, Miss Chicano, you can co-sign what I'm saying. It's been heavy rain up here. So
Hey,
yesterday they
I'm
even
done with the
canceled
rain
school.
right now, yeah. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny that we went to on Sunday? I had to go do shopping right for the week. And we went to the store. It wasn't raining, and then we come out, and it poured while we're in the store because the car was all, you know, the car looked like it just went through a wash. But it was funny how that happened to me like a couple of times. I went to the market and I'm like, dang, it's raining so hard, but I managed to get out, get in there, get my stuff, come out, and it was not pouring. It wasn't raining. So I kind of missed the whole like pouring rain down on me.
You got lucky there, man.
I did.
Oh, I know you did luck out. Yes, Traviesos was yesterday, right? I got like a few minutes into it and then I had to start doing some research. I'm going to go back and watch. So shout out to Incredible Javier. You guys check
he's still doing it. He's still doing it. Yep.
So good. So good. I love that. Here we go. That's right. Brenda, thank you for putting that up there for Two Souls.
Brenda love.
Yeah, I mean, they canceled school yesterday. So, you know, I got to kick back with my little one, just stay indoors. It's crazy out here
You know,
because
those-
I have all these tall trees around me. So fortunately, I think Denise, you might remember, I might have mentioned it on here even a few, maybe 4 or 5 months back.
Mhm.
We had the trees cut back and a couple taken down because they're eucalyptus trees. So, and they're close to my house. So
Yeah.
I'm always worried. Hey,
They
Lena,
might fall over.
shout out. I'm always worried they're going to fall in the house, right?
Yeah.
So fortunately, they were cut back. As a matter of fact, I think I shared a video on IG. And Denise, did you think that was me in the
I
video?
thought it was you. It sounded like you when she yelled. I was like, oh no. And then
Right.
I just assumed because the trailer, I was like, oh my God.
So there's a lady that she had pulled up to her like rental property or
Little
something.
truck.
She's a doctor. Hey, Spanx. And I guess as she was pulling up to like assess her property, right as she's pulling up, a tree falls
Look what you're here, huh?
and is like it went on her car, but luckily it wasn't like the heavier part of the tree. It was more so the branches. But she had a dash cam set up, so it caught everything. And this
Wow.
was like in the Santa Cruz Mountains area. They get a lot of that up there because they
You
have
get snow up there, Jen?
Just like you. I'm like, oh shoot. Why
the
is she
screaming.
sending this right now?
Yeah. You know what? Not here. It hasn't snowed here
No.
since I heard like 1964. My
Okay.
mom's friend was telling me that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So low.
in the
Yeah.
Santa Cruz Mountains, yeah, it'll snow up there.
Uh-huh.
Not, it's not like a regular thing, but it will. It will,
Yeah.
right?
And she got lucky though, like you're saying, the heavier part didn't fall on her. The
Saludos
branches
pasture.
just
Yeah.
hit
Yes.
the front of her car. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
That-
got trees like that, right? That the trees out there in your yard.
right. She lucked
They just
out.
fall over like that.
Heather Tony. Yeah,
No,
she
your
had.
trees.
I saw an interview with her today, like a follow-up interview, and she
Mm.
was saying she had a tree removed from there like the day before that was like at risk to fall on that trailer she was renting out. And this was a totally separate tree that ended up falling on her when she pulled up. So thank God
Do
she's
you ever see trees
okay.
like that, like are ready to go? Or do you ever like notice your trees like that?
Well, there's a couple that were like that, but like I said, we had them removed, and
Okay.
Eucalyptuses are pretty big trees, though.
they're
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
And
And
it's,
if you have a bunch of them back there, oh man, I could just
Yeah.
imagine.
yeah, I'm surrounded by them.
Yeah.
That,
Like you can touch them, like that's how close, right? Or they
well,
pretty-
I mean, not probably on the backside. If I put like 3 like that, I could probably
Yeah.
touch one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, close enough that if it fell, God forbid, it
Yeah.
would be right there. So
Mm.
yeah, it was something else. I think tomorrow we're scheduled for like 90% rain, and that should be interesting. I noticed today because I was always be careful, you guys, taking the back roads. I know a lot of us do that when there's like traffic issues. So I took the back roads yesterday somewhere, and there was like a road that was underwater, and they hadn't put any cones up. So fortunately, I had noticed it didn't look right. So I kind of stopped, and they had a pump thing there today, like pumping the water to remove it from the road.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what's underneath that water, man. It could be a hole or something, You never
Yeah.
know.
Be careful, be cautious. If it doesn't look right, if you don't absolutely have to be somewhere, go somewhere, don't risk it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and on the freeway, sometimes travel in the middle lanes because the
Yeah.
other lanes sometimes they get what do you call that? Puddles, pretty big
Right.
sized puddles. Yeah.
I think it goes back for me all the way to my only like bad accident, but my first car accident was like 1997 or 98, but it was a head-on accident on the freeway on the 101.
Wow.
And it had just started to rain. It was like the first day of rain. I had just dropped my son off at preschool.
Yeah.
Thank God, and I'm merging onto the freeway, and I didn't want to go that way. Right. And I would have remember my ex-husband told me, just go, stop being a wimp, just, and I would tell him after, you're the one that told me to go. So I merged on, and the back end started fishtailing, and the car spun around a bunch of times, and then it stalled out facing oncoming traffic.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
a big diesel truck was headed towards us, and the motor had died in my car already. Like it was dead. And it swerved out of the way. But then immediately behind that diesel truck was like a big Chevy dually, and it did not have time to even touch their brakes. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
hit us
crazy.
head on. And
That's scary.
fortunately, my girl's dad, he started praying over me right away. It was scary though. It was on the news. There was a helicopter. I was like,
Wow.
oh Lord.
You guys want to hear a traumatizing story, sisters? Listen.
Yes, watch out.
When I was in high school, I think I told you guys, every time it rains, though, every time it rains, I have this I played this vision, this back in my head.
Right.
Standing on the corner, I'm waiting for the light, just got out of school, waiting for the light to turn. I have my backpack on and everything. And there's a few kids in back, people my age, in back of me. And so we're waiting for the light to turn. All of a sudden, this little white car, there was a donut shop on the opposite side of the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed the cop was backed up there. He always backed up there to catch, jumpers, whatnot, eaters, whatever. He's always right there. So this car freaking comes and he purposely splashes me. I mean, drenched me with water. And I'm like, I went like that, like, I was pissed. I still remember. I turned around, I looked at the guys in back of me, and they were soaking wet too. And I'm like, and all of a sudden you hear the cop like, woo! He went and he got the guy. I'm like, yeah, you got him.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I could be guilty for that sometimes.
Oh my God, how? They touch you.
I ain't gonna lie. I did it a couple times. Hey, but I also had that done to me too,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Every time it rains, I think of that day, and I'm just like, I was soaking wet. I'm talking drenched, everything, just like,
that's crazy.
I was so mad.
Yeah, watch out for Cholo Trucker riding on his bike.
Yeah, don't.
And I was gonna say watch for cholos, not cyclists, cholos.
Or cholos, yeah.
No, he's a cyclist. He wears those tight jeans or those tight clothes when he rides. So he's a cyclist.
Why was you, Dubs?
He's admitting to it now. It was
Dubs a hater, dude. He's a hater,
right?
He's mad because I have skinny legs and he don't.
Oh, is that why? Okay, I'm like, well, I don't know.
They called me broomstick.
Oh, okay. Now I'm in.
Oh, that's what we saw. Okay, all right.
Right. I was like, what's that?
Calls me broomstick.
Okay. Now I got it. So what do you guys think about I think it was last week, it might have been the week before. We'll touch on this real quick and we'll get into some stories. I got a couple of videos it let me download, a couple it didn't let me, so we'll see. But we had, I can't remember which supporter, so if it's you, let us know. But they wanted to know how we feel about having women in the military or like law enforcement positions.
Okay. All right.
So that's I know that can go like a few different ways, but I don't know, how do you feel about that, having daughters and
I think it's okay, because I started looking back and seeing back in World War II, and I'm not that old. I'm just telling you how some women went in the military.
Right.
All right, Janice. Anyways, like I was researching some things, and they were doing stuff in World War II for us, in the military. There were women flying planes, transporting planes while the men were in combat, and they were doing a lot of clerical work and other things. So it's a good thing because, when we get cut thin on people in the military, they can help out in other ways, but now they're in combat also, I seen a thing where there's 3 women added to the list, which they're going through to be a Navy SEAL. Wow. So far, there's no women Navy SEALs yet, but they're going through the program,
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And military, I mean, not like in the police, that's necessary, because when they do the pullovers and there's a woman there, and you know how they try to search you and stuff, they got to have a woman, right?
Yeah, they have to have a female on site. Yeah, for sure. Why not? Lena Loke says, why not? It's dangerous. Yeah.
All right, Cholo.
Oh no, what did he say? What did he say?
He says House can tell us firsthand about the Revolutionary War.
Oh my gosh. Denise, what about you? You've got all daughters. So.
One of my girls,
Yep, yep.
matter of fact, she mentioned this the other day, the one that went to Texas. She was like, I want to be an officer, a peace officer. And I'm like, you thinking about that? And she's like, yeah. And I said, I don't know, man. She just had 2 friends that recruited to Long Beach PD. And I mean, I'm happy for them. I just don't want her to do it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you ladies a question real quick about military, or not military, the police officers? Would you rather have somebody in there that basically comes from the military or just a civilian? What do you think would be better?
I think military, they have more experience.
You think
Or some
military?
experience, yeah.
For the say it
For
again.
the police, to be a police officer, do you think it'd be better to have a civilian or a military?
Well, I think here's what I think. I think it could go a couple different ways. I mean, you do see a lot of former military go into law enforcement, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this from my own point of view, from seeing it in my family. I've noticed some of them go into it with a chip on their shoulder already.
Yep.
My God, I'm coming into this because I already was this, and this. So as long as you don't bring that with you, but who's to say you don't step into it with that chip on your shoulder? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Yes, it's okay to have women in law enforcement and military. Okay.
I do have, my husband's cousin, she is LA. I have a cousin myself. It's a guy though. Also works for LAPD. But my husband's cousin, she's a girl. She works for LAPD.
Okay.
She loves it. She likes what she does, and if my girls one of them decided to ever do that, then I would back her up, of course.
Yeah, you have to be supportive, man. That's good.
She's the one that wanted to go into the Army. She's the one that wanted to, she's already done her. She's already got her certified NRA weapon instructor. So she does that. She loves doing that.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
She's all into that.
Right. I think
I would support her though.
Yeah. I think it's difficult because do I think women can? Absolutely. Would I want my own daughters to? No. Yeah. So I understand that's hypocritical, saying that. But, as a mom, my mind immediately goes to all of the worst case scenarios. What if? You know what I mean? Yeah. The times we're living in, we're very realistically looking at possibility of being sent overseas, right? And that concerns me. I do, without saying who that relative is, I do have a female relative that is in the Marines right now. She's in, right? Or
I was reading this thing, Jen, that it was saying like 81%, 82% are males in the military, and the rest is females. But most of them have jobs like, now these days, everything's technology, they have them in certain areas, but like for combat, I think you should just put the men. But I know there's women, Yeah,
and that's what she wanted, without saying who it is. She wanted to be a gunner so it is the Navy. So on the boat, she wanted to be the gunner. But she was not selected to be the actual gunner, but she's like, I don't know what it's called, like the backup person that hands the stuff,
the artillery kind of like thing or something. So
it's still right there, front line. You know what I mean? Like so I don't know, but that was her dream since she was little. So what can I do except pray over her? And you know what I mean? And that's
even on the aircraft carriers, you have females that are on there too now, and they're overseas in the ocean, So if they get bombed or shot, or whatever, not shot, but it's going to be missiles that are going to try to take them out, But we have a good defense on our military, but some can get through. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. That's exactly it. I'm always, for myself, I think back. I always have had a huge respect for my father and grandfather and what they would tell me growing up. Their opinions, and their opinions were always for me not to do any of that. So as long as they were alive, I would have never considered it,
Yeah.
that I mean, it is what it is. So for the supporter that wondered what we thought about this situation, there it is, It, that's what we got. Now let me see about this video if I can pull something up. And let me see. We'll start out with this one first. And this is something that an article popped up that I forget how many, but there was a bunch of people coming over the border. I think it was Chinese migrants. And it's a trip, how they say they got the information as to where to cross over.
Yeah.
So hopefully I click on the right one and this is it. If not, I'll go back to the other one. Hang tight.
We wondered how all of these migrants knew about this particular entryway into California. The answer was in their hands.
How do you know about that? Oh, Douyin. Okay, TikTok.
Oh, you learned on TikTok. Yeah. TikTok is a social media platform created in China. The post we found had step-by-step instructions for hiring smugglers and detailed directions to that hole we visited.
Yeah.
Okay.
How crazy.
Okay.
Right?
And did you see?
And
sis,
is
they
it
had
TikTok?
carloads. And every 30 minutes they had, those carloads of letting
I
people
mean,
Hey,
yeah.
to me, that seems dangerous right there, especially Chinese. Why are the Chinese coming over here?
And did you notice? Let me see. I think I have one more video. It shows this is all men. I don't think there was any women or children. They were men.
Trojan horse. Trojan horse.
Okay, you said that. Let me see if that other video is up here and we'll check out a little bit of it. I think it's a little too long to play all of it, but let's see if this is it.
A growing number of Chinese migrants are crossing into the United States from Mexico without visas, taking irregular overland routes across Latin America. Over the course of 3 weeks, Reuters witnessed hundreds of Chinese nationals along an isolated border stretch in southeastern Texas. Reuters interviewed more than 24 of them. All of those interviewed said they got the idea to take the land route on social media and drew on influencers, private groups, and comments to plan their trips.
The people here, the police here, I think they are very kind, and that's the America in my head.
Okay, well, there was a couple females, but for the most part, it was, males that are within a certain age group. And it tripped me out at the end of that one when he said America's Americans very kind. Do you think that we would be greeted with that same response?
Oh, no, definitely not. Hey, we'll be a spy, considered a spy, and that's it. Lock you up in prison. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just crazy to me when I saw that. I was like, that's very concerning.
Yeah. They showed a National Guard standing right there. He was kind of like doing nothing. Well, what could he do?
Look at World War II when that happened, when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were being nonchalant about it, like everything was okay, and all of a sudden they just came, bam,
They did it prison style. They acted like everything was cool, swooped in. My grandfather was the youngest of, I think, 16 or 17, and he had brothers that were there in Pearl Harbor. I think 3 at the time.
Wow.
That was crazy to hear about.
Yeah, so we do got to be careful about that, man. We definitely got to see their motives, question them, and send them back. Send them back.
Yeah.
And that's not even like on any, being cruel or hatred type thing.
No.
You don't know who people are.
Yeah.
Or why. Like
at this point in time right now, how our relations are and how things are going on in this world,
yes.
I definitely would send them back,
It's enough to make you question, what is the reason? And
yes,
in a country that's supposedly prospering financially, the way
I
China
agree with you right there. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not like Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Cholo.
Cholo.
Can you imagine?
They were also showing like immigrants actually like. Well, did you guys see that the 4 people or 5 people that got in New York that beat up those cops? Did you guys see that?
I don't think I did.
Oh my gosh. So
Tell us.
there was two cops, two NYPD walking in like the where the train station is, right? On the underneath. So they're walking and all of a sudden they start getting beat up and one of the cops fell on the floor and like two male immigrants started kicking him in his head. Like actually kicking him. They arrested him, you guys, and then they let him go. So they don't know where they're at right now. They don't know where those guys are.
That's
They're saying
crazy.
they're going back to Mexico, whatever. They were Mexican immigrants from wherever, wherever they were from, Honduras or something like that. They were saying, but yeah, they were kicking him in the face and then they let him go. So people were like, "What? Why they let him go?" Not only that, you guys, they're complaining. They show men and women complaining that they're not that. They're complaining that they're here. And it's like, wait, you guys just came from a place where they had you like refugees, right? They
Right.
claim that. So,
Yeah.
but they're complaining right now that they don't have house, they don't have money, they don't have, certain things that they.
So are they expecting America to do that for them right now? You know?
And they are though. You see,
Yes, I agree with you. That's what they're talking about.
Free healthcare.
The program right now.
I heard they're getting, I don't know if it's called the same thing, but basically EBT cards, like food cards.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Well, they're
crazy.
talking about that. I don't know if they approved it. I don't think they approved it because the Republicans are saying no, they're not going to do it. It's basically the border and the thing that's going over there in Ukraine,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild. It was crazy to see that. And
Let's help our people here right now, There's too
know,
many
and
homeless people,
exactly. That's the thing. I would hope that, and that's not saying too much. Any other country does the same. They want to help their own people first. You don't see, or I don't see anyways, other countries giving handouts to other countries before they help their own. That's all I'm saying.
And you would think we'd be more smarter. Okay, if you're gonna hand them a card, there should be a number on there that you can identify that person as, right? So that later on, because they're talking like they have appointments with the government like in 2028. They're talking years from now.
Yeah.
So all these people that are coming here illegally.
It really doesn't take very many people to come over to the United States and cause havoc and ruin our infrastructure, not our infrastructure, our grids and our water supplies and stuff like that. So it really doesn't take much,
No.
Right.
Yeah,
and
so
that's
we gotta
the
be
thing.
careful.
You're right. And that's the thing they were saying is, basically like you were saying, the whole idea of the Trojan horse thing, like they were saying it's not so much maybe they're going to plant these cells to do this or that, but attack our identity and different things like that. The banking, it's things that could really collapse our way of survival and living and make things.
How do you feel about like in Jen and Denise, in World War II, when Japan bombed us and they started putting them in concentration camps? How do you feel about that? I mean, because we didn't know if we could trust them or not, How do you guys feel about that?
It's, there's actually, so right outside of Salinas, a lot of you guys that are from here will know the town. There's a town called Castroville. And that's where like all the artichokes, basically, if you get artichokes, that's where they're from. Artichoke capital of the world. They still have a park there, the Japanese park, where it's like a memorial, because right there they did have a spot where they housed people from Japan.
Okay.
I'd say housed, but basically,
No, I understand.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. No,
Kept them up there. And there's like a lot of history shown. There's like a thing you can read if you go over there. And I feel like, looking back, of course, that's going to sound terrible. You know what I mean? Like they gathered up these people and forced them to stay there. But then again, we were attacked on our own territory unexpectedly. The first time that basically happened, right? So it's probably the shock of it is like, we don't know who you are, and we're going to find out who you are, who you belong to, why you're here before.
Your relations. Yeah.
And where does that start? I mean,
What's that?
Where would that start at? Probably at a camp like that. That way they could identify or at least start somewhere and take their fingerprints or whatever, know?
Yeah. There's got to be a way. That's the thing is like, if you don't trace somebody's identity from the jump, like if you're just letting people freely, you know what I mean? Cross in and out, that's a problem, because then how are you going to trace back where you came from? Who are your people? Who are you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to create a bigger issue. And I don't think there's anything wrong with looking out for ourselves.
Yeah, Darlene's saying they took Japanese Americans and held them in camps too. Yeah.
See, I hate that, but I don't know.
But where do you start? Like, what do you guys think they should start at? Right now, it's just like they're just
right now. If there's Chinese people coming in here, they should basically hold them. Don't let them loose at all. Find out what's their motive and why, and not just why. I would just straight out send them back. Pretty much. That's just me, Just send them back, because right now we don't have a great relationship with them. We're still dealing with them, but
there's still a lot of tension. We're still going back to things that happened a few years ago and what happened with all of that. I feel like if it wasn't done when they entered the U.S. and there was information taken, unfortunately, they've got to be sent back. Yeah, that's what it would have to be. I agree with you, Health. And that's not on any kind of other thing other than we have to protect our own homeland first, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There was a reporter, there was like a line of guys, right? They had, I guess they're getting in line to get on a bus, but the reporter's going, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? So they would all say like New York, New Jersey,
Wow.
They were just throwing out like states here and there. And it was like, wait, what? So if they're doing, why can't they put them back on a plane and take them back to where they came from?
Right. And a lot of them that were coming across, I know that news reporter was asking them, how do you plan on staying here? And they were saying, they're asking for asylum.
Yeah. On the other hand, like, it's not like I have things against the Chinese or nothing like that, but, because everybody so there's people that have good hearts, you know what I'm saying? So you really don't know, but just for the country's safety, it should be addressed,
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, some Japanese Americans were spies for Japan, so it was a hectic time. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yep.
That's even recent. I talked about it on a live a while back. There's a program on, I think it's Netflix, where it goes into detail on the actual spy community and how they have found spies from different countries, things like that. And there was one episode in particular that was about this family, this mother, father, aunt, uncle, their kids. The whole family was actually spies for China. Wow. And they had been here working like, in Silicon Valley, like as if they were working for Google. And man, they raided their house. The things they found was just insane.
And they take up an occupation where they could really get information,
And they were entitled to very secretive information.
Yeah. And TikTok is from China, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's why there was such controversy over, whether we should have it here or not. There's one country that you guys know who it was? I think they no longer are allowing it there. I think it was somewhere in Europe. But that was a big controversy here a while back ago. Lena says, our government don't care, man. This was too loose. The land of the free is being too free. Yeah. I would have to agree. So that's something of concern. But you guys remember that story we talked about? I think it was last week or week before, where that Frenchie, the little bulldog, was stolen from that lady. I don't mean to laugh. They arrested, and for some reason it wouldn't let me save the video, but they did find out who took the dog.
Yeah.
Cool, good.
Yeah, good. And they did arrest whoever two of the perpetrators, but
that's good.
I guess they haven't found the little dog yet. What is his name? Onyx, I think.
Yeah, they haven't found the puppy yet.
Yeah. So
Was it a male or female? Did they? I can't remember.
It was a male.
They're probably
And the
studying
mom
it
sounds so
out.
optimistic, huh? Like he's gonna come back. And did you see
Yeah.
her talking?
Yeah, the owner, yeah, she was very hopeful and encouraged that he would come back. He's a 1-year-old male. I think he's one of those, like you said, House Merle. Those,
The Merles, yeah, they're expensive. Those are expensive right there. Yeah.
yeah, but they did. It was crazy that I forget the reason, but they had like a bunch of agencies show up to arrest the female that had actually been the one that snatched him up. And I was like, damn, why did they go in with such force? But they said it was due to the violent way
Yeah.
taken.
Literally driving down the road with that lady hanging on.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a federal offense. They're giving them. They're giving them for.
that is pretty serious right there. Yeah.
Yeah, they rolled up deep on her, and yeah, the U.S. Marshals, Brenda. Thank you. That was pretty crazy to see.
Yeah, they could have just pulled over, yanked her off or something, you know, or whatever. But no, they were dragging. That's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely was.
She could definitely have lost her life there if she would have fell off or
totally.
something, or you know.
The fact that she even did that, you know, in my mind, I was thinking, how could you be so dumb? But then again, who knows how any of us would have reacted? I don't know.
I would say later, big dog, little big dog. hey, he's already taking flight out of the window on his own, man.
Right, big dog. I know, little big dog. You better quit that. You better quit that. That's right. So how many, I would say, of us all together, you guys in the chat can say, and then of us here, have either worked retail or have a loved one who has worked retail? I know I can.
Yeah, I've had a daughter that worked retail. Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked retail, and then I have, you know, 2 daughters so far who have worked retail.
Mm-hmm.
She used to work at what do you call that? Hollister.
Hollister, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those jeans were real popular.
Now they have everything. Well, they have sunglasses too, huh?
Hey, Dana.
They have cologne, I guess. They had back then.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk into Hollister, you smell that cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember the jeans are super popular, and I was like, "Ooh, they're expensive. They're not for me." But if I had,
Thank you, Pearl.
I would have got the jeans if I could have. Thank you, Pearl. Shout out to you.
You guys like that store, the Abercrombie and Finch? That has. You guys ever pass through that store?
I remember.
No, the name sounds familiar, but go ahead. Say
the smell is unique, and they have some.
Okay. No,
you just walk by, and that smell is so like, oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah. They all have their own little signature fragrances.
Yeah.
But the reason
I used to have 2 jobs, and I worked in Circle K at a store at night.
Okay.
A lot of violence, a lot of crazy people at night, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Crusted. The reason I bring that up is there was an article recently that was sent to me, and it was about our Governor Newsom, and he happened to be in a Target, which was, I think, in Oakland at the time. And he was shopping, and there was something that took place while he was shopping there. And I want you guys to listen to his own words as to what took place and how he responded to the young lady who was working there. Let me find this real quick, and you guys check this out.
Gavin Newsom was caught on camera sounding like a Karen. The governor was telling some California mayors a story about when he was shopping at Target and spotting a shoplifter. Listen.
Some guy walks out and drops something. My 14-year-old says, "Sir, you dropped this." And he comes back, he picks it up and keeps walking out. As we're checking out, the woman says, "Oh, he's just walking out. He didn't pay for that." I said, "Well, why aren't you stopping him?" She goes, "Oh, the governor." Swear to God, true story. Oh, my mom's great. The governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said, "That's just not true." And I said, "We have the 10th toughest, $950, the 10th toughest in America." She doesn't even know what I was talking about. And I said, "It's just not true. They're still stopped." They said, "Well, we don't stop them because of the governor." And then she looks at me twice, and then she freaks out. She calls everyone over, wants to take photos. I'm like, "No, I'm not taking a photo. We're having a conversation. Where's your manager?" Hopefully all the reporters weren't on for that.
Yeah, some of the reporters were on. So Newsom needs to speak to your manager.
So
I'm sorry, but when he said on my mom's grave, I was waiting for him to say on my mama. Just the way he said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
yeah.
You know, but what they teach you in retail is it's not worth it. You know, let them go. I've been when I was in doing the cashier, right?
Mhm.
I've had people come up to me with the gun, 45, and say, "We're going to rob you," and I'm like, excuse my language, bull s, you know.
Yes.
And he walked to the back. Two of them. They
Mhm.
walked to the back of the place, got some beer, put it on the counter, and then I guess because I was a Chicano and the way I look, right? They paid for it. But later on that evening, they went up to the one north of me and they robbed it. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, these youngsters are getting wind that they don't do anything about it. They're, you know, they haven't. That's what insurance is for, and
Yeah.
that's just not cool. It's not
Yeah.
right.
I let you know what I would let the people go, and then
Mhm.
you say, go ahead. You know, I'm not going to chase after you. I'm not going to risk my life for like $10 or $15. Nah, I've been in an altercation with somebody, and we got into squabbing. I didn't want to, okay,
Really?
but it was lotto night, and they had a big line there,
Mhm.
and there was a lady. Florine was working the other cashier, and I was over here, right?
Mhm.
So they're doing what I'm doing, and all of a sudden I know from my peripheral vision is that the guy started grabbing her and pushing her around.
Mm.
So then I look and I said, well, that's when I went to defend her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me and him were fighting, knocking down the aisles and swinging and everything. But he was on PCP. But during the time that we're doing this, right? She locked the door on him. Everybody was outside watching this. And I'll make the story short, man. Long story short, man, I hit him with a bat. He got up and he was gonna throw the jerry jar at me. You know how you have the jerry jar about this big with coins and water?
Okay. Yeah.
So he went like this, and then he turned around, threw it to the window, and it made a big hole about this big in the window, and it cut a little girl. So everybody's saying, "Let him out! I'm gonna blah blah blah," you know. And so his friends were there, and the opposing people were there. That the daughter got cut, right? So I went. He was leaning against the what do they call that? Arcade machines, right?
Okay.
All of a sudden he went like this, boom, and he knocked those back. So I started following him. He dove through that was a thick glass. I ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't want to say the words, but
Yeah.
it was a thick glass. He dove through that, landed on his knees, and they tried to tackle him, and he still got away. But I wasn't trying to play a hero, but I didn't want to see him beating up on that girl.
Yeah, remember we used to get in trouble for stealing a candy bar?
Right.
You know what he did? I thought he was going to pull a gun out on me, right? Because during our time of squabbing, and then I had him in headlock, and he left me a big old black mark on my thing from all the Afro Sheen, or I don't know what it was, man. That stuff. But Jerry curl or whatever. But anyways, he got loose, and then he went like this and reached like this. And I said, "Oh no, he's gonna pull out a gun," right? So I backed off, and I was ready to take a dive. And he started throwing all the stuff he was stealing, Armor All, and all these little things. I'm like, man, over that, you know. But I didn't want to get into conflict with him, you know. I'll just say, go do what you got to do, you know. But he was hitting that girl and swinging on her and stuff, you know. So that's when I said,
respects to you for defending her. And that's where like my next comment comes into play. How dare Newsom tell a female, why didn't you go after him? Why didn't you? Oh boy, you were right there. You're the man of the state. Why didn't you go after him?
Right. I agree with you there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're the governor. Why don't you step up and stop him and tell me what's up?
And then he said something, I don't know if that clip played it, but in one of them, he said afterwards, like, I felt like, why did I just have to spend over $300 if he got to run out?
That tells you what kind of person
he makes the rules. You know what I mean?
And
that tells you what kind of person he is, because when you put that lockdown and he's over there in the restaurant hanging out with his friends.
I've seen that, yeah.
Not
only that, but the retail. Go ahead, Jane. I mean, go ahead, man.
No, that's the kind of guy he is. So why did I have to pay when he just walked out? That's his mind. You know, that's just the way Gavin Newsom is.
Yeah, but store policy, they tell you not to do anything like that. Don't,
Right.
go stop them or this and that, let them get away or whatever. Everything's
Yeah,
insured,
it's right now. Why did he have to pay? Why do I have to pay? And he don't. Like, come on, dude.
Saludos, Floyd.
Right.
Yeah.
Good evening.
That's
everyone.
crazy. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, ASP.
What a
Appreciate
mindset
it.
he has. What a mindset he has.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wild. And I know there's probably a lot of politicians like that, with that smug, very sarcastic attitude. They're above this or that.
I think all the politicians way up there are just like that,
But I take offense to that. I have kids working retail. How dare you tell someone, why didn't you chase after him?
You know what? Just recently, I seen a video on my nephew's page on his Facebook. Right, Costco over here is they were striking. Okay, and who showed up? Just to get some note to be noticed is Adam Schiff. He was there picketing with them, and they're shouting what they're saying, but it just looked fake. It just looked for. Take a picture of me, what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. It just looked fake to me,
Okay.
It probably was.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. What I tell my girls, is the same thing their job should be telling them and does tell them. Nothing, that's not worth your job. Let them go. Your job or your safety. You know what I mean?
Hey, I seen this one guy. He looked like Santa Claus. He worked with us right at the retail, and some guys got some beer and they tried to run and push the door. Well, they have it locked, so you have to pull it. You can't push it. So he hit it and the beer fell. He grabbed the beer and took off still. And so that guy was an old man. He started walking real slow, grabbed the beer. And as that guy's running off, he went and chucked it and hit that guy in the back of the head. He made a good pass. Hit him right in the back of the head.
Oh, man.
I was cracking up, man.
Did you see that 80-year-old guy? I don't know where he was out of, but apparently where alligators just roam free, right? He puts a towel, the old man puts a towel over the alligator's head.
Yeah.
And I guess it blinded I don't know what that does, but made it the alligator stop moving.
Right.
The guy walks around him and tries to jump on his back.
Yeah.
At the same time, he pulled the towel off. So the alligator looked like it bit him in the arm.
Wow.
But it just starts going wild. And then who knows what happened.
Yeah, that's how it goes, right, Cholo? As the governor, I demand to stop the power of California.
I was laughing.
Right? I expected him to say that next. But yeah, Denise, that's how they catch them.
Yeah.
Like even for horses, like when there's certain horses when I was younger, we would show them, or if they get spooked real easy, they have these covers you put over their eyes, because they get spooked easily. So you couldn't handle some certain horses if they have trauma or something. Yeah.
What is this man doing? First of all, he's 80-some years old. Trying to walk around and he looked so delicate, like he was on a slope too, like a little hill.
That's wild.
I'm not planning on wrestling any alligators anytime soon. Hey, Cholo Trucker, maybe you could do that next, huh?
Right.
Alligators. There you go.
Your next challenge. That's right.
That's
be down for that. That would be crazy. Let's see. So I had another. Let me just check and see if I had these other videos.
Let's see what I have written down.
Downloaded. I don't think they allowed me to download that next one, but that's all right. We'll get it for next week. So next week also, can you guys believe it's I don't know if it means anything to anyone here, but we've got Valentine's Day coming up next week. Do people still celebrate or do something for Valentine's Day?
Hey, Big Dog ain't getting no candy, that's for sure.
Ever since we've been together, he's always been on point with the Valentine's and stuff. And
yeah,
I just let him. Like I don't let him, but he gets what he wants because Melvin's so like, if you get, he'll be surprised at what you get him, but it's better like to know. Like he did that to my girls on Christmas time. He'll give them like a list, or they'll give them a list, and he'll go pick out like maybe 5 things from that list that they really really want. you know, instead of like me, I'll go buy them a bag of
Let's
with
do it.
brushes in them, or like, you know, just different kind of stuff. He's like, they didn't want that. And I said, I know, but it's cool. It's cool to open something you're not expecting.
Right.
But with Mal, he just like, you know, he's like that. Get him
But
something.
you
he
should do
wants.
that like all year round, you know, and
Yeah.
that's
Those
how
kind
I
of
feel it is. But yeah, on Valentine's Day too, yeah, celebrate and stuff, but it should be done all year round, you know?
right? Yeah.
He's good at that. Melon's good at that.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, you're
Like I
spoiled,
said, I don't
bro,
know
but that's
what-
a good thing. He's a good
Yeah.
man.
That's
That was a good
I
guy.
feel like Mel is the exception to the rule. Yeah. Like he does everything just right. It seems like Denise, you got it. You got a good one there.
Yeah, he has he's always been that way, you know, like I tell you guys, he's raised by his grandparents, and
That's
that has a lot to do with the way that the
the
way he does things, you know, and the way he moves and his thoughts and everything. Yeah, he just puts a lot of
thought and effort into
thought
it.
into
That's
his
cool.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
I hate asking him like, what are you trying to get around it is impossible. So just say, Mal, what do you want? Like, what do you want?
Right. Like that you ain't right.
Yeah.
They
so-
said shout out
Hey,
to
here's the money or here's the card. Go get what you want. Go get it.
Yeah, it's good that now they have cards. There was this law that had opened up. Told Jen about it, and it was had to do with ammo. So buying ammo, you have to like go through this whole process of like background check. You have to, you know, well, that's what it is, a background check.
Yeah.
They lifted that. They lifted that law for like 6 days. It ended today, Jen.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it ended. So
Okay.
they were going to put it back into law, which they did today. And it sucked because, you know, you can go out and buy ammo without a background check, you know, and Gavin Newsom put in that law where you have to have a background check to buy ammo. And we're like, buy ammo? Really? Like, come on now. So anyways, yeah, it only lasted 6 days. It's back into effect. You have to do a background check now. You can't just walk up there and buy it like
So
you buy-
that's permanent then? You have to do a background check?
yeah. Now you have now it went back to that old law. So
Yeah.
it was lifted for 6. I said 4, but Malvin corrected me. He's like, nope, 6 days. It was only in effect for 6 days, and now it's
Okay. So now you don't have to do a background check to get ammo, right?
well, you have to now. It went back
Oh, you
in
have to now?
that law, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
they
think
lifted that law and then they put it back.
In a way, like if they do a background check for people that have severe mental illness or something,
Yeah.
I understand that. But I don't know
Right,
what
there
they
you
would
go.
do with the ammo if they don't have the firearm. But I mean, they'd have to tie in all that. But
Yeah.
You see that one lady that got was found guilty of manslaughter for those 4 people that her son killed?
hey,
Oh,
that
right.
barely was coming up right before we came on. I was like, we got to cover that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. You
I
guys.
think that's the first time a
It
parent
is.
has been held
It is the
responsible
first
for a
time,
school
You
shooting.
know, they held the parent responsible for it because she knew.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, she was at the firing range with him, and then she didn't say certain things and warn them what he's going to do. You know?
Well, we'll
I
try
think
to
she
dive
knew
into
that
that
part, right?
deeper.
She know that part, or would he just talk?
What's that?
Would he just talk and say like what he was wanted to do or what he wanted to carry out? Is that what she?
I just heard bits and pieces of it, but I think he mentioned it to somebody, and then his mom could have phoned the school or did something to let them know. It was either in writing or something, or I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly because I didn't hear the whole thing. I just caught pieces of it.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely have a responsibility to let people know as a parent, even as just a relative. If you feel like something's wrong, if you got a kid or someone that's kind of off, it's up to you to let people know.
Yeah.
Especially
I always kept my stuff unlocked, you know, and then had the lock.
You
Yeah.
have to. You know, you have to. But some people
Definitely.
don't.
Yeah, definitely. I would not want to have to live with that, you know, knowing that I knew something and I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Machete.
But there has to be better laws as far as that goes. You know, people are always like, oh, you know, the guns, and it's true. Guns do not hurt people. Like the people that The
Mhm.
people that are righteous and follow the laws of a weapon holder, they're not the ones doing this crime.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't
It's
know
the
how you
person
feel about
themselves that pull the trigger, you know.
Mhm.
They either
I
they
just
have
don't-
mental illness or they their mental status is like they get angry and they lash, and that's the first thing. I think it was in Texas. I seen this happen. Those two guys were fighting, and you could carry in Texas, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
Open
these two guys
carry.
are fighting, so this guy was whipping this other guy, and all of a sudden he just resorted to pulling out his gun at him.
No, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. How many people do you know that are going to go down and be cool with getting their butt whipped? Like some
Yeah.
people can't take that.
Yeah, and that's
It's an ego thing with the man, right? House.
What's that?
It's an ego like thing with the man if you get beat up or whatever.
I mean, no, you know what? I won some and I lost some. I ain't gonna lie, you know, but it's a thing that you just give it your best. You don't always win sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, but what does that do to a man? Like
Well,
make you feel
to
some
me,
type of way to shoot the
for
other guy?
me as a man, I look at it like, hey, you know, I got my ass whooped. You know,
Mhm.
next
You gotta
time
talk it up
hey,
sometimes.
next time I'm gonna do better. You know, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And you would think
But-
like that's how men are, but they seem not to be when you're shooting at a person that just beat
But
you up.
you know, that is like he looked like his feelings got hurt because he was getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? And he is like, but to pull out a gun, I mean, if you get whooped, man, okay, you get whooped. You have a gun, you're gonna go down for it. There's gonna be consequences. I hope he knows, you know, because they stopped. I didn't see the rest of the video because it kind of like stopped right there.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's consequences, man.
There was a bar fight a couple weekends ago. I don't know if I told you guys, but right by my house, and he was from a biker club, well-known biker club, and they had his jacket thrown on the floor. This guy was old. He was an old man, like he was an older man. They had him sitting on the curb, and he didn't really like sit well on the curb. I know he was drunk, but he ended up shooting at some guys that were there, and they got in an argument with them. I'm like, why would he? First of all, why is he wearing this cut, his jacket?
Mhm.
You know, telling us where he's from, and just the cop just laid it right in the middle of the street. I guess it was he took it off or whatever. And there was evidence, like, you know, like they put markers where the
Yeah.
bullets dropped to.
Mhm.
They had those too, but they had his jacket laying in the middle of the street. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this old man is representing that biker club doing this type of stuff right now. Like, what is wrong with you?
Hey, trip out on this now that you're talking about that today. I watched this guy from Canada, right? He's down here and he's going to he deals with cars, right? He's at the Peterson Museum today, right? So he's driving to there and he's going through LA, and then he sees one of the guys from a motorcycle club. I'm not going to say the name. Drive by, and he's got his jacket on and everything, right? And he was saying in Canada, they don't allow you to do that. You know, that's not you can't do stuff like that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darlene. Okay, getting your ass whipped, you picked yourself up and learned something from it. Yeah, I would, as a female, even watching it, I would much more respect a man that's able to walk away from that and be like, hey, chalk it up to that one wasn't for me, instead of getting cuffed up and doing, you know.
Back in your days, house. No, I'm kidding. Back in the days, they used to shoot guns, right? Like after they're done.
You know, back in my days, this is an example. This one guy, I did him up one time and I beat him up, right? Next time he caught me when I was frying on acid and I was walking down the street and I was chirping and stuff, and I was frying and he caught me slipping. So he got back at me. He got his get back at me, you know. But it is what it is. But the following day, when I went to school, right, I caught him in the thing in the bathroom, and then I finished what I had to do in the bathroom right there by the cafeteria. But then his primo came over there, an older dude from the same neighborhood that I was from. And he says, hey, man, that's my primo right there, man. Just lay off, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, Bob. We had our things. And I said, all right, I ain't going to do nothing. He was an older cat, you know? Yeah.
Dang, man. Nowadays, villains get hurt and they just go for the you know what, and then
They don't even want to throw. They don't even want to throw.
they're gonna get caught though.
Yeah.
They don't don't even want to get a scratch.
There's
Or
cameras
a
everywhere.
flat lid.
That's
The other day,
cameras are everywhere. They
You know
don't
those. You know those guys that do the what do you call those takeovers in the
Hmm.
just driving around doing their things. The
Yeah.
other day I seen one guy, he does it, and he lives around here, right? And then all of a sudden I seen him get in the car, and then he went and pulled his back like this, got his piece, and threw it in the back right there in the seat, and then took off and bounced, And I don't think his lady, I don't know if his lady knows or not that he had a piece because she was sitting shotgun,
Oh,
And so, yeah, he just dropped it right there in the back. It's bam.
jeez.
If your camera doesn't get it, I'm sure the neighbor's camera got it. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, hey, now these days, but it's a trip
Yeah.
how they get excitement out of that, They're running over people and hitting people, sending them flying, and then they're pulling guns out, shooting at the cars at the same time. I'm like, man. But back in the days, it's different. I don't know. We had our things, but
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. How's that like the brown gear canal? Yeah.
hey, Cucuy, you call me Cucuy, you're carnal.
What?
He
I mean,
says saludos to Jen, Denise, and Cucuy.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Hey, shout out to Cultura Cafe, man. He always makes me laugh, man.
Always much love. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We got a lot of love
Definitely,
tonight.
everybody.
Appreciate you
Spank,
guys.
Crusted, everybody, man.
Sinaloa.
Brenda Love, who do we
Yes,
got?
Carmel.
Brenda Love.
Everybody
Pearl.
has, Pearl, Nina Rose, Dr. Chapatin. We got who else?
We got a
Joel
lot of love.
Darlene.
Yeah.
Yep,
We should
yep.
do something
Lord.
special on this next Tuesday because it is the day before Valentine's.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should do a little special something next Tuesday. But check it out. I'm going to be going my first ever. I mean, I used to see this stuff like on social media, or I would hear my daughters talk about it, and now I'm doing it. So I was invited to this event on, Thursday. So this week, it's called Galentine's. I don't know if it's just, no, because not all of them are single. It's just like girls are getting together. So gal, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Gal.
So I guess we're all showing up and getting all dressed up, and then each of us are going to make like a charcuterie board or something. So
enjoy your day. Enjoy your day.
I mean, I plan on it. I'm going to go all out. This is the first time in a long time I'm going to do something like that. So I need to find a dress. I don't normally wear dresses, and I had this one dress. It wasn't mine. It was my daughter's, and she left it, when she moved. I'm like, let me try this dress on. And she came today. I tried it on. She's all, Mom, you are not going anywhere in that dress. I looked at her, I'm like, nope, I'm not. I look like I'm working. I'm not going anywhere in that dress.
Hey, Spanks, you cracked me up. I just have to say this in the comments. Spanks, you cracked me up, man. That video you sent me, bro, had me cracking up, man, with those eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Funny, man.
Right? It is fun. Miss Chicano Tube, it's right there on Cannery Row. So that's a nice area right there. I think you're down that way too with your business. So it'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Even though I don't normally go out and do that kind of stuff, it'll be cool.
Yeah. We got a thing coming up for the church, and it's a banquet. It's not on Valentine's Day, but it's a week after, I think it is. And I love those banquets, man. You have fun. You go there, you have fun, games, pray, talk, just enjoy, socialize, and the food there is like bomb, man.
Oh, that's always the best, right?
She should be on TV, man. No joke.
Really?
Yeah. Her whole display and everything, man, is amazing.
Nice, yeah. Debbie, thank you. Debbie says, Jen, I was going to get a membership so I can request Chili Rellenos. Laugh out loud, maybe next time. Respect Denise and House. I got you, Debbie. That's my favorite. For sure.
Man, I love Chili Rellenos, man. Damn, that's
Me
my favorite
too.
right there.
Actually, now that she said that, I'm like, ooh, that sounds so good right now.
And I like it because you have to make that red sauce.
Yes, I have to have mine with sauce. I don't know how people eat it without. Some people do, but not me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna do. You know what? I think we are. I'm gonna see if the ladies are down to do a what do ladies want or expect, and then we still have to have gentlemen on one and be
That's
setting
right,
up
Nina.
straight on what we got right or wrong.
Being honest, there were many more shootings
Nice.
in the 90s than posted today. I believe it was
Aw, Darlene, I hope she's doing well. I hope you're doing well, Darlene.
California. That could be true because it was hot back then. I've been through that. It was hot. Even over here, I wasn't even over there, but over here, it was hot, man. We where I lived at was like the heart of this neighborhood, right?
Wow.
Before, and they were making the newspaper, man, just firing back and forth and shooting people, man. It's crazy.
Carjacking back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Some bomb. Yeah, I think that. I mean, everybody says that was alive and doing their thing during that time. That it was on and cracking during that time, right?
Yeah, everywhere was like that.
You
Man.
know?
It was in the air, man. Everywhere you went.
Yeah, it was definitely was. I mean, you still see documentaries and things that were taking place during that time, and it was crazy.
Yeah. Didn't that movie Colors come out I think it was in 90, no?
I can't remember the date that came out. I remember Boulevard Nights, but in the 90s, it could have been Colors. Yeah.
Are you gonna look it up, Denise?
I remember going to the see if I could see it. What year was the movie Colors?
Wednesday.
Came out.
Colors was released on April 15th, 1988.
88.
1980.
Okay.
88.
88. Oh.
It was right before all that
Yeah.
cracked off, right?
Yeah, just before.
I remember when what came out?
Fred?
What's that one with Edward James Olmos? What is that?
American Me?
American Me came out, and back then I had hair, and then he goes, "You look like Edward James Olmos," because I had my hair combed and everything like that. But I used to have somewhat like a pompadour kind of like style, you know.
Yeah.
One guy that I used to work with, he goes, "Hey, Edward."
Oh yeah.
Hold on, guys. I gotta show you this picture. Hold on, let me go.
Okay. All right. There's Cholo goes, 1988.
Oh, Spanx used to live in Rubyville in Riverside? Really? That's a trip, man. Hey, did you ever go to the club they had there?
No.
That club was kicking. They had 3 dance floors and everything. That club was kicking.
Boulevard Nights, 1979. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of pompadour.
Oh,
that's Aquanet.
Look at my hair was falling out, but look at Mel.
You see how his hairstyle is?
Yeah.
That's how my hairstyle looks like that.
Nice.
That's us back in the days, man.
Yeah, that's how you do it, right?
You can see it, huh?
Yep. That's cool, Denise.
Yeah, I just had, that was in 90, probably 91.
That's crazy.
I just had my daughter.
Oh,
no, that was before we had kids. That's when we were dating.
Really?
Hey, that was probably 88, 87.
Yeah, Aquanet made a lot of money off of you.
Aquanet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that? Riding it up, and
I lost even more hair after that.
Imagine all the products and
hey, I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Right?
You got your hair like that, House? No
Yeah, my hair was like his. Yeah.
What a trip, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You guys see the tattoo on his face? That's when they barely started with the tattoo on the face. You see it right there?
See something, but I can't really make it out.
It says SUR for sur, stands for sur.
Yeah, I bet it does. I would imagine.
Shout out to Melvin, man.
Yeah, shout out to
right
first
there,
one
man.
he had removed. Yeah, I
Cool
think that
people,
was
real
the first
good guy,
tattoo.
man, right there, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he had some on his knuckles, and then he had my nickname in his wrist, his name on his wrist, but he took them all off.
Yeah.
He got him lasered off or what?
Yeah, Homeboys of Industries ended up helping him,
Okay.
taking them off.
Yeah, shout out to Homeboy Industries. They do a lot of good work up here too, everywhere.
We had to go like to the avenues. I don't know if you know where that's at, House, but we had to.
Yeah, I've heard that's where they're at. Yeah.
To Not even East LA, it was the avenues.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm so you guys. I have some 2 for sure locked in with dates, but I always like every time I speak on something, I feel like it falls through if I say too much. So I'm just gonna say there's 2 dates coming up with 2 interviews, people that are gonna be like really cool to bring to you guys, and like
That's right. That's right.
one of them was in a film that was filmed at San Quentin Prison. I'll just say that.
Okay.
So,
is he well known?
It's not who you're thinking. So no, I won't say that. I mean, he's well known within the prison industry, or prison community. But I wish I wouldn't imagine if I was like, yeah, it is him. It's it's a film that was done in there that was basically like a documentary about the real deal, what was going on in there at the time. So
my uncle came out in the library scene, just real, passed him by, but he was in there.
That's pretty
cool. If you a cha-cha and you know it, spray your hair. All right, spray.
Hey, is Aquanet still out there?
Yeah,
it is.
I have no idea.
It smells better. The only thing is, it smells better.
Oh man, that stuff is strong. Yeah. My
mom used to say, "Aren't you bumping on a wall?" I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I know.
Yeah, those are fun days.
Back in the day.
HBC.
That's right. It's good to see everyone.
HBC.
You guys.
HCB.
HCB.
Nina says, I got some right here.
Do you really, Nina? Okay, I gotta check it out tomorrow. I don't know why I have not seen it. They must not have it like front and center like they used to.
They had that extra super old where you could break bricks with.
Yeah, you could too. And then when we put it with the comb, hold it up, and then put the blow dryer on it. Woo!
Dang, man.
Bulletproof.
Hey, back in the days, my older sisters.
Sorry.
What's her name? Denise was her name, Judy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You met Judy, right, Denise? My older
Judy?
sister, right?
Your sister?
Yeah, she used to have those hairstyles where the back was up like this back in the day when she was yeah. And I mean, they used to do that and add another piece in there and make it look like real high,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool,
Hairnet. I mean,
everything that was done in the past is coming. It's happening again.
I used to like the way that looked on women,
Yeah.
And they, believe it or not, they used to carry razors. They would stick razors in their hair.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
You guys hear about that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember.
Not only take them out to fight with, but they would scratch. Like my mom would tell me stories that they get bloody hand, because the first thing they do
from grabbing their hair, that piece. Yeah.
Girls did that in high school still. I remember that happening.
Or they'll pull out the switchblade here.
Uh-huh.
Like that,
Yeah. Dang crazies, huh?
Sure. Yeah.
I know, most definitely.
It's a trip, man.
If you guys in the chat have anything you want us to cover on Tuesday, I mean, we're going to come with the heat. We're going to have some topics already. But if you have any special requests, drop them in the chat now, and I'll write them down. Because we do want to talk about some things that you guys want to hear about too. But we'll definitely have a special show for you.
Yeah, Spanx, did you get beat up last night? I kind of seen some comments on G-Lou's thing last night that Pearl was give you a black eye or something.
What happened? What did I miss?
I don't remember what the conversation was.
I see something like that.
Glad you made it. Yeah, definitely shout out to Homeboy Industries and the homies, Incredible Javier. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Family. Appreciate you.
Lena Lokes and then jumped him.
Oh no.
Well, that conversation was about low riding, right? No, Whittier?
102.
What's that?
That conversation on Gila was about low riding, huh?
But there was something that was said that because I didn't catch it and stuff, but because I missed it going fast, but I knew something was coming to Spanx last night.
Oh. Salvador,
Hey, right, Brenda Love. I seen Artie with the black eye. That's right.
Oh man,
that's funny. You guys got him, huh? That's right. Already had a black eye on Traviesos. That's right. He did, huh?
Oh, yeah, I even seen you throwing chingazos there, Brenda Love. Yeah.
Right. Brenda was ready to throw down on there.
Hey, you know what, Brenda? I just want to say this. On the role in the movie that I got, to say that Shack House, where you're from, it was hard for me to do, man. I was laughing. I swear to God. I was cracking up, man. I was like, I had to do retake because I was just laughing, man.
Were you really? Got to
Yeah.
Leo. How funny. That's cool. I'm gonna go back
I can't
and
wait till that movie comes out. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
So good. Most definitely. What do you have coming up this week, Denise? Anything fun or looking forward to anything?
No, my husband's going out with he's going out with my daughter and Cholo on Saturday.
Okay.
They have plans. I didn't get invited. Bella didn't get invited.
Oh, they're gonna go handle some business at the ring.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Good. That's good though.
I know.
Shout
I
out
was
to
supposed to
them.
go have brunch with her on past Saturday.
Oh, that's dope. Hey, what are they gonna be? What are you guys gonna be taking, Cholo? What are they gonna be firing? Or are they gonna try?
Oh, they don't know yet. No, they know. That's their thing right now. I'm not going, so I didn't really ask.
It'll be a surprise. A surprise. It'll be a good time, I'm sure.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot, Cholo. All right.
Yeah, Cholo, I wanted to get your opinion on that with the comment you made. I was like, I don't know if that's good or bad. But I would definitely want to get the gentleman on eventually, and we want your guys' opinions too. But I'm going to see if the ladies are free to do what do women want? And then we're going to get the guys on with us and do like a combo. What do you think? What do we think? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All in good fun. And thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you guys definitely go back and check out. Oh man, that's what I was watching right before we went live. If you guys didn't catch it yet, even if you did watch it again, Cholo sit down with Sister Sharon Rocha. That was on right before we went live, and you guys have to check that out.
Yeah.
On Cholo Trucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll share it on my community page right now too. It's deep, so be prepared. It's a good one. Yeah.
No, I don't have too much going on this weekend.
I'm thinking Niners. I know people are going to hate on that, but I'm just throwing it out there. Even my brother who goes for Niners, he's saying Chiefs right now. So
yeah, I think they're favored right now, the Chiefs. I think.
Yeah.
I wish the Ravens and the Lions were in there. Something a little bit different, but since those two are in there, I'll watch the Super Bowl. But I missed the pool they had going on, man. I'm like, damn.
Oh, you did?
To buy, how you do that, buy squares. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I normally I get one going for the Super Bowl, but this time I didn't have time.
Yeah, I'll just watch the commercials. Call me when there's a commercial.
Oh yeah, the funny commercials on.
I love that, right?
Do you remember back in the day when they had the Budweiser frogs?
Frog?
I think I remember seeing that.
The rivet, yeah. Those
yeah, classic, right?
Yeah, definitely classic.
Yeah, we got to definitely come back and talk about the commercials after the Super Bowl.
I like watching the Doggy Bowl. Does it still have that? The Doggy Bowl, Puppy Bowl?
I don't know.
No, they had. I remember they had that. Yeah, I don't know if they have it. Hey, so they were announcing that Taylor Swift is going to make it to the Super Bowl. So
she is. So, okay, well,
she's going to do her thing in Japan, and then she's going to fly back.
Okay, well, she's going to make it. There you go. You guys were right. She's going to definitely be back in time for her main.
Hey, who's singing? Is it? It's Usher, right? In the halftime, is it or no?
I think so, because they were saying like, why is Taylor Swift getting more press or attention than Usher when he's doing the show?
Hey, the words going around though. Proposal, maybe.
Ooh, can you imagine?
Taylor Swift and what's his name?
She better not do that to herself.
Yeah.
Take the moment, huh? That would definitely be a viral moment, especially if they win too.
Yeah.
Definitely. What channel are you talking about? I'm not sure. Sally, let us know which one.
CB says Taylor Swift says she's singing for me. Hey, she's supposed to be a hot item right now, right? Thing that
I guess so. Even
I guess if
I
you
don't
like
know.
that music, you know.
Yeah, I don't know really what she sings, but I think
Yeah,
it's
neither do
mostly
I.
like heartbreak stuff. Like it's normally breakup music. But the people that love her, like, really love her.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So let's see. How funny. A lot of people are pissed about her. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with that relationship, but
hey, best of luck. If they're
you know how stars are, and you know, just people like that, they don't last forever sometimes, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah. The stars like that burn out quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't make a big thing, then it seems like they last, you know.
I don't know if it was a reel or something I seen where the woman was asked, would you have a long relationship with, I can't remember what they said. Have you guys seen that one? There was two choices. A short relationship with love or a long relationship with
money,
trust,
right?
Or sex or whatever, you know,
I
something
think
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a question they asked her. She says a short relationship with love because the love out there, you can't find it. It's hard, you know. Yeah. That's what she was saying.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. We should put that up. Maybe we'll put that up as a poll for people to choose. That way they can stay anonymous too, you know? That would be interesting. Yeah. Well, you guys, you hear the frogs out there? They're going off. They love the rain. I'm telling you.
Plans on your wake, sis?
Oh my God, you guys, I was praying. God was with me right before we started. My neighbor, the tweaker, God bless him. Sorry, Lord, you know he is.
Yeah.
He was pressure washing the driveway for 4 hours in the rain. I'm convinced he sees my promo. You know that I'm convinced he's watching and sees that we're going live. Pressure washing out there in the rain for 4 hours straight. Finally, he comes out and is yelling at him to come inside.
That's crazy, man.
Right? I was
because it's raining.
It's raining, and he's out there with a pressure washer washing the driveway.
Dude, that's crazy.
It was crazy. That's So God bless his heart.
Yeah.
So my plan this week is to do I have only tomorrow to go find something to wear for my Galentine's event.
Enjoy. Have a good time there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna take some pictures, you know, and I'll probably share that stuff with you guys and let you. I mean, it's gonna be new to me too, so let you guys in on it, see what it's all about. So
we got my grandson's birthday party coming up this weekend. So
oh, you do?
Ezra, Ezra.
Ezra, happy birthday, right? How old?
2.
Okay, happy second birthday to him. Yeah, rest in peace, Toby Keith, too. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Toby Keith. Who was he? A singer, right?
A country singer. Cholo did a video on him earlier as well. He's the one who's really well known for that Red Solo Cup song. That was.
I don't listen to country, so I couldn't tell you.
I do listen to some, and I knew who he was, even though I didn't know all of his music. But he definitely was well known in the country music industry.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. So with all of that said, you guys leave us some comments if you want us to chop it up about something. I need to get back with you so we can set a date for that thing as well. Hopefully see the Niners lose on Sunday. You know what? I think Sunday,
right.
The 11th, right? Yeah.
The Sunday, yeah.
That's my dad's heavenly birthday. So.
Hey, happy birthday to Dad.
Birthday to Pops. That's right.
Happy birthday.
But with all of that said, I want to just thank everyone for being here with us. You guys have been showing a lot of love the last several roundtables, and I want you to know that we see you. We appreciate you. Everyone that shares, comments, interacts with us. It's really a good feeling. It means a
thank
lot.
you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My co-host right here means a lot to me to see you guys every week and brightens up my
Hey, this is number 40, man, right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
number 40.
that's right. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Here we are. Here we
Yeah.
are. All right. So next week, you guys go tap in right now. G-Lou, I believe, is live with his show. And then next week, Tuesday, 6:30, same time, we're going to have something special for you guys here because that's the day before Valentine's. So you never know what you're going to see. You guys make sure you tap back in and
all right, guys.
Come and catch this.
Until next time, ladies, have a blessed week, man.
Have a blessed week,
man. God bless you. God bless everybody in the chat. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Love you guys. See you
Love you
Tuesday.
Bye, sis. Bye, house.
Bye.
Bye.